Hey everyone, it is Friday Fitness today. I get this question a lot about mobility, stiff shoulders, stiff upper back, and what can we do? So in this video, I want to run through a little series to help with your mobility and the pain in your shoulders. So before we get started, one of the first things that people forget is when you're feeling pain in the back, you usually need to stretch out the front. I know. So what happens is if you're already hunched forward, because we do this a lot, right? When we're working on our computer, we're driving, we're doing all the things, we tend to be doing one of these, which then strains the muscles in your back. In order to bring a little balance back into your body, we need to pull the shoulders back, lift the rib cage as we lift the chest. I know, don't worry. I'm going to go through everything and you're going to see. Now you can do this standing, you can do this sitting at your desk. Let's get started. When we're looking to get the shoulders to move, one of the first exercises in your mobility that you can do is place your hands on your shoulders. Now, from here, we're going to take the bottom of the elbow and pretend like your elbow's the pencil. And you're going to pull up and back and around. And all you're going to do is draw great big circles forward and then back. Don't worry if you started the other way, we're going to do both directions. So we're going to pull up and around for 8, which I've kind of lost track now. Here we go. Let's go one more around. Come back to the center point and then the other way. Now, when you're rolling forward, you're really going to get that shoulder girdle to move as we go around. And just remember, it's the base of the elbow, which is doing the circle. Let's go one more here. Good. And release. Some of these things are going to seem very, very simple to you, but they're really going to make a big impact in how your body feels and the mobility in your shoulders. We're going to do the next one. And all you're going to do is allow your arms to hang. If you're sitting on your chair, come to the edge of your chair. That way your arms can hang down. Now, when we go up, we're not lifting with your arms. We're literally lifting with the shoulders and then allowing the shoulders to come back down. So we're just going to pick up the shoulder and slowly press down. When you're pressing the shoulders down, you want to try to pretend like you're reaching your fingertips down to your ankles. Pulling up and press down. Breathe in and breathe out. And again, pull it in and down. Let's go 3 more. And we're working in a series of 8 reps for all the exercises. Let's go 1 more. Good. Now, what we're going to do is a rotation back and a rotation forward. And a rotation back and a rotation forward. It's going to get tricky in a minute. And forward. And back and forward. Now we're going to go the other way. Back and forward. Back and forward. Even I was screwing it up. And back and forward and back and forward. Good. Now we're going to do both. All the way back and around and all the way back and around. Good. Go 1 more and come forward and roll. Simple, simple. These are some of the simplest things you can do, and we're going to stop there in order to increase your mobility. Now, we're going to amplify that a little bit more and turn on the side just so you have a better view. What you're going to do is take your pinky finger from the front of your thigh. Nothing moves from your waist down. So the only rotation is through the thoracic spine. So this area around our boobs, bra straps, sports bras, whatever you're wearing, guys, around the chest. Okay? When you take your arm up, and then you're going to rotate your palm so that when you come down, it's your thumb to your bum. Your hand is internally rotated. See, the palm is facing in. Now we're going to reverse. You're going to just track that with your eyes. And you really want to stay stable and sitting. So when I say sitting, You're just going to bend your knees a little in that neutral position so that your pelvis stays normal and your hips kind of stay aligned. And you're just going to have the weight a little bit more in the back in your heels. Okay, so your knees are bent slightly. That's your neutral position. That way you can turn without rotating your hips. You're not turning from the knees. Okay, so all we're going to do is track your thumb, rotate your palm, comes in, thumb to bum, and back you go. Okay, and lift, and up and around, and breathe. Do not hold your breath. Good. Try to steady out the hips. Mine turned a little, so just going to watch what you're doing. It takes a little bit of practice. And rotate. Now, if your shoulders aren't this mobile, and you can only do this, then that's what you're going to do. Now, I was working with one of my clients the other day, and they had no problem going up. It was the coming back. So they were here. So, listen to your body. You don't have to do the same range. Actually, mine's a little tight today. Okay? And again, if this is where you are, the rotation, the same motion happens, you're just lower. Now, of course, we have both sides, so we have to do the other side. So I'm just going to rotate. Again, pinky finger to your thigh, and you're going to go up and around. I got my booster shot the other day, so this is not quite as fun. And up, rotate the palm, and bring it in, thumb to bum. And then rotate the arm, so now the palm is still in, finger. As you rotate your palm outward, roll it all the way around, thumb to bum, and around. Good, here we go. And up, and be mindful of the hips. They're not moving. Good, 2 more, and up, and around. Perfect, and you can track it with your eyes. We're gonna go take it up, last one, and around. Remember, work within your range of motion. Perfect, and stop. Now, one of the simplest things that you can do in order to get the mobility, we're gonna first stretch out the chest, and then we're gonna stretch out your shoulders. So, one of the simplest things, if you're unable to interlock your fingers here, you can just place your hands in the small of your back. Yeah? So then all you're going to do is pull your shoulder blades back, and you're just pushing the girls out. That's all. You're going to try to pull those elbows back from a side view. We're this way. Now, if you want to take that a little deeper and you want to roll it back and hug your elbows, you can do that as well. If you're going to do a reverse prayer, if you want to, oh, I can't even do it today. So we can be here. Okay, so whatever works best for you, and then you're gonna roll back and then just hang on. Find the position that works for you. All we're looking to do is stretch out the chest and get the shoulder movement backward. And then from here, we're gonna come down, shake it out. Now, the next one we're gonna do similar. Now we're gonna interlock your fingers this way. Roll those shoulders back, really emphasizing pushing the chest out. And pull your arms down and slightly out. It's more about pulling them down. And you're just gonna hold and breathe. And we're here for like 15, 30 seconds. Okay, so just focus on your breath, and we really wanna roll that back. Now, if this is a problem and you're finding this is too tight, and for a lot of people, if you're really tight in the chest and shoulders, that's going to be. So, one of the other things that we can do is when you're standing against the wall, we're going to access the wall and use that. That's going to stay. So, when you're standing, put your hand below your shoulder because you don't want any impingement. So, if you can get the front of your hip and the front of your shoulder on the wall, and then all you're going to do is turn your head to the left and pull your left shoulder blade back. Now, if this is super tight, you're just going to take it down here. Same idea, hip bone and shoulder, and here you go. Okay, and remember, we're going to do the other side. So, same idea. Hip bone and shoulder, place your hand, and then all you're going to do is roll the shoulder back, and you can look out over the shoulder if you want to. And then just breathe and hold. Release it. And again. And breathe. And again, release it. And then turn out. Now, for a lot of you, you may find this is really, really tight, and that's okay. So you're going to work within the capabilities of what your body's telling you it's going to do. Now, the next one is very simple. Everybody sees it all the time. We're going to take the arm, keep it completely straight. So you want to lock your elbow out. So most people do this stretch this way, but you haven't done anything because we've got the bend in the elbow. So we really want to lock it out. Let your shoulder drop, bring it across the body, and then we're going to reach under. Probably above the elbow actually helps you, or on your elbow, and then you're just going to pull across and hold it and breathe. Now, obviously for the video's sake, I'm going a little faster. You can always pause this at any given time. You can hold this up to 2 minutes. There's lots of times I will hold a stretch anywhere from 1 minute to 7. I did say 7. Just a fact. All right, so now we're going to release this and let it down. We're going to do the other side. And again, remember, you're going to lock out. So there's no bend. You're not coming this way. It's really about locking this out and coming across. And if it doesn't come very far, it doesn't come very far. If it goes more, it goes more. Remember to do what works within the ability of your body and your mobility. All right, hang tight through this. We got one more stretch that I want to show you guys for the front and the back to alleviate the shoulders. And this is something simple that you can do sitting at your desk and release. So these next two stretches, if all you do during the day to help alleviate your shoulder pain is these two stretches, that's what you can do. We're going to interlock your fingers. I do this with my clients all the time. It's amazing. You're going to interlock your fingers and place your thumbs right here at the collarbones, right? So we want to be right here, okay? And then we're just going to rest your hands on your chest to create a little bit of a weight and resistance. And then all we're going to do is stand up nice and tall. If you're sitting, sit at the edge of your chair, and then you're tilting your chin up. So this is what's not going to happen. Most people do this, and they just like drop their head back. When you drop your head back, there's a lot of compression in the cervical spine. You really, really need to be careful about that. So when we do this stretch, you're lengthening your neck, and then you're just tilting the chin up. So ladies, something else that this does, it actually starts to stretch the SCM, which is your sternocleidomastoid. I can't talk and stretch at this at the same time. But doing this too will help with your jawline and the jowls in your face. If ever there is a reason to do a stretch. Okay, so you're just tilting your chin up, you're angling it up towards the ceiling, and we're holding for 15 seconds. All right, when you come down, we're going to take your other hand, place your thumb in the center crease here, and your other hand underneath the collarbone. Now, we're going to go up and tilt. So you're really kind of tilting. You got to lift the chin first and tilt back. You're going to feel that stretch down through the side of your neck. And breathe. Now, to deepen this, you can bring your hand behind you, like your palm's you can see it in the mirror, like you're gonna stick your hand down into the back pocket of the other side. That helps open it up a little bit more. Okay, and then we're gonna release everything. Switch sides, your thumb right in the center point, your index finger right underneath the collarbone. And again, if you wanna put your hand behind, you can see that in the mirror where it's just like slipping in. And then we're going to tilt the chin up and drop over. We're almost there. Okay, and then then come back and come down. Okay? Now, the last one, we want to stretch the back. So we're going to interlock your fingers and place your hands approximately where, like, if you were putting your ponytail, like right here, you want to interlock. Now, the trick here is we're not pulling our head down. We're literally just tilting the chin down to the chest, and then bring your elbows in, and just it creates a weight, and you're going to feel that in the muscles in the back of the neck. Okay, so ideally, you're tucking your chin under opposed to just pulling it down. So if you tuck your chin under, you're going to feel that a little bit more in the erector spinae. All right, to come out, elbows first, release the pressure, and lift your head. Guys, this is a simple, easy way to work on the mobility of your shoulders and get that movement going. There's nothing worse than pain in your back and your shoulders. And for most people, when you suffer from stress and anxiety, the pain will sit between your shoulder blades. These exercises and this little routine will help you go forward with releasing the pain, getting rid of that stiffness, and increase your mobility in your shoulders. Guys, until next Friday, that's me.